Good evening. I'm still reporting on the coup. According to a new report in Law Enforcement Today, the top Capitol Police officer on the ground during the January 6th riot, which the desperados deliberately and inappropriately call an insurrection, has finally quit the force, thereby freeing himself to tell his side of the story. Tariq Johnson, the former lieutenant with the U.S. Capitol Police Department, who recently released 3 hours of police radio traffic from January 6, 2021, recently told the Washington Stand, J6 was not an insurrection. Johnson was the top Capitol cop on the ground that morning. His only supervisor on duty that day was Assistant Chief Yogananda Pittman. Johnson says that as the small but violent portion of the crowd, probably heavily salted with FBI and other agent provocateurs, was attempting to break into the floor of the U.S. House of Representatives that morning, he was begging Assistant Chief Pittman for permission to evacuate the Capitol while she sat comfortably in the command center watching the events unfold on CCTV. Since Pittman was ignoring Johnson's request, it was he who ordered the evacuation without her permission. According to reporter S.A. McCarthy, writing in the Washington Stand in the December 15th edition, 3 days afterwards he, Lieutenant Johnson, called then-Senator Patrick Leahy, Democrat of Vermont, who was serving at the time as President pro tempore of the U.S. Senate, to file a report against Pittman. According to Johnson, approximately an hour after I got off the phone with the senator, I was contacted by the U.S. Capitol Police Internal Affairs Section and informed I was suspended with pay. The suspension lasted for 17 months, and in addition, I was under a USCP gag order not to speak about the events of January 6, 2021 to the media until I separated from the department. The former commander was even put on home arrest, where he had to remain in his home from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. from Monday through Friday due to USCP orders that his job would be terminated if he even set foot off his own property. So that's how the Capitol Police have been able to keep the truth from coming out for the last 3 years. During Johnson's at-home confinement, the USCP brought in former Montgomery County, Maryland, a county adjoining Washington, D.C., Police Chief John Manger to head up what would be the lengthy cover-up of January 6th. Johnson called Manger arguably the most corrupt politician in the country, and that's saying something in this era. We would be very interested in interviewing Johnson at his earliest convenience, even Christmas Eve. Our contact information is below in the description box. It's stillreport@gmail.com, or simply respond to the shout-out in the comments section below. I'm still reporting from just outside the citadel of world freedom. Good day.